In the neighborhoods of Sao Paulo, Brazil, is the home of the up-and-coming gym called the Fighting Nerds, led by Pablo Sopa, the head coach, and UFC middleweight Caio Borralho. Leading a new wave of talent through the Contender Series and amazing debuts, these guys are here and they're making a name for themselves fast. Their definition of a nerd is someone who focuses on their studies and does what needs to be done in the octagon. It all started with head coach Pablo Sopa. He was a pro Muay Thai fighter and boxer, and the key moment that steered his career was the night that he got knocked out, and that moment he realized that he wasn't a fighter anymore, and he needed to focus on what he was good at, and it was being a coach. In 2009 he opened Combate Club, and he met a young Caio, and he saw him come in and realized that there was something different about that kid. And on the first day he did what he does with every newcomer, spar. In Caio's words, he said, "This skinny guy, I'm gonna kill him." But he was wrong. He never got beat up in any fight the way Pablo beat him, and from there, Caio knew he had to train with him. Pablo always felt that he always had great ideas, but he couldn't execute them in a fight. So he asked Caio, and that's when the Fighting Nerds were born. The Fighting Nerds were on a fast rise. Before his UFC debut, Caio Borralho was on the Contender Series twice, but he got his UFC debut in 2022 against Gazid or Magazidev, winning a unanimous decision. In his second and third fight, he also won by unanimous decision against Armen Petrovskian and Mohamed Murgadov. In his fourth fight in the UFC, he beat Michael Ozvetsacek by rear naked choke. Then in his next fight, he beat Abustas Maragomedov by unanimous decision. And in his last fight in his hometown of Brazil, in UFC 301 Pantoja vs Erceg, he KO'd Paul Craig. And now Caio is ranked 12 in the middleweight division and on a 6-fight win streak in the UFC. The next fighter to come up from the Fighting Nerds was Bruna, Brazil, with a head kick KO in the Contender Series.
About that front kick right now, that's all she's thinking about.
Called it! Bruna, Brazil, head kick, knockout! Called it. What a statement to make!
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You hurt the body. You've got the reach.
Look at Bruna Brazil. She's been throwing this front kick, and then right at the perfect opportunity, it goes jab, brings it high.
Oh, and that's foot. That's foot. Imagine if that was full shin across the face. Luckily for Man, I think, dazed her, knocks her down, but she'll be okay since that was the foot.
She leaned right in.
She's now 1-2 in the UFC with a loss to Denise Gomez and a decision win against Shannon Bannon, and a loss to Loma Luki Bomi. Her next fight is against Molly McCann in 2 weeks in UFC 304. In 2023, 3 Fighting Nerds came on the Contender Series. Carlos Prates, who won his Contender Series fight against Mitch Ramirez by KO and has been on a tear beating Trevin Giles.
The boxing. Giles is going to...
Giles is out!
And Charles Radke by KO.
God, piston like left.
Oh, look at him.
Standing back. Buckles him with a body shot. That's it. And now it is the Nightmare.
The UFC is giving him a test in Li Jingliang in UFC 305 Duplessis vs Adesanya. Gene Silva, who beat Kevin Vahalios in the Contender Series fight, but Gene Silva has been killing guys. He KO'd Weston Wilson.
The way his head just kind of slid on the canvas as he was approaching that takedown.
Every punch that's landing from Silva's drawing a reaction. You can stop that fight right now.
Now he's giving him a chance here.
It was a delayed reaction from Wilson.
No, he's just not reacting properly here.
He's moving in slow motion as well.
I'd love to see this fight stopped right
Yeah,
now.
it's over.
Yeah,
Good
There
call.
it is. Gian Silva.
Murdered Charles Jourdain with a nasty uppercut in UFC 303 Pereira vs Prochazka 2.
Power this kid has.
That'll do it! Sean Lawrence!
And last week, coming up a weight class to fight Drew Dober on 2 weeks' notice and put up a fight of the night, probably fight of the year performance. And the newest guy into the UFC, Maria Sarufi, beat Ramid Magomedzid by TKO, and in his UFC debut, lands a flying knee on Jamie Mullarkey.
Dynamicism from Mauricio Rufi. Oh, big right hand. Mullarkey didn't like that one.
Mullarkey's hurt bad.
Oh, big knee. Down goes Mullarkey. Oh, I thought Beltran might have stopped that fight. Mullarkey back to his feet.
UFC veteran Thiago Moises joined the team, and Caio, getting a rear naked choke in his Contender Series win, and losing to Elvis Brenner in his UFC debut by knockout.
Threw a 1-2 down the throat. Oh, that's what happens when you sit that overhand left. Slapped him. Base down. Whoa. Wow. Laid out. That's the power that Elvis Brenner has when he commits.
His next fight is against Kurt Holback. It's impressive how much this team has grown in such a short period of time, and all of their fighters are amazing in their own way. Claudio has amazing jiu-jitsu and can bang on the feet, making him a dangerous opponent in any position, and can also lead a young talented group of fighters as well. Carlos Prates can shut your lights out with his length and quickness on the feet, showcasing a striking game that can keep his opponents on edge. Gene Silva is so well-rounded that it's going to be hard to stop him. His ability to adapt and excel in all aspects of MMA is truly remarkable. And now he might be out for a while, after breaking both of his hands in that Drew Dober fight. But still managing to beat Drew Dober for almost 3 rounds. This guy is so tough. All 3 guys show noticeable improvement in every fight, and it's clear that their hard work and dedication are paying off. Bruna Brazil, Mauricio Ruffi, and Caio are all UFC fighters with great potential. All these fighters are dedicated to training, and their impressive performances in the octagon have already started to capture the attention of UFC fans and analysts. As they continue to develop their skill and gain experience, they could become top contenders in their respective weight classes. The Fighting Nerds are known for keeping their emotions in check and using their intelligence rather than bra. The glasses that they wear symbolize intelligence and strength, and give them the willpower to get things done. The Fighting Nerds can have some future champs on their team, and it's up from here. I'm Jane Apps MMA, and I'm out.